Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to go on a bug hunt. Yeah, we're grabbing our magnifying glasses and cracking the code on software testing to figure out what's really going on when our favorite apps just crash and burn. I mean, you've totally been there, right? Your phone freezes up, a website just won't load, or your favorite app just dies for no reason at all. It's so frustrating. Well, that moment, that's our crime scene for today's investigation. So in the software world, that little moment of pure frustration, it actually has an official name, a defect. It's basically anytime software doesn't do what it's supposed to do, but let's be real. You and I know it by its way more famous nickname, a bug. All right, so first things first on this bug hunt, we gotta survey the crime scene, We need to understand the different kinds of culprits we might find. Because believe me, not all bugs are created equal. Okay, so check out the usual suspects. These are the 5 most common types of defects you'll run into. First up, you've got your functional bugs. This is when something is just broken, like a login button that does absolutely nothing. Then there are performance bugs, the ones that make an app feel like it's crawling through molasses. We've all felt that. Usability bugs, those are the ones that make software a nightmare to figure out. And then we get to the really serious stuff, security flaws that could put your data at risk. And last but not least, compatibility bugs. That's the reason an app might work great on your laptop but be a total disaster on your phone. So, as soon as a bug is spotted, a formal investigation kicks off. But this is not some chaotic free-for-all, okay? It's a super structured, really specific procedure called the Defect Management Process, or, DMP for short. And here's the thing, the goal isn't just to squash whatever bugs pop up. A good DMP is all about getting ahead of the problem. It's designed to stop bugs from even showing up in the first place, to catch them early if they do, keep the damage to a minimum, and this is key, to actually learn from the mistakes, so the whole process gets better and better. Okay, let's follow the trail. We're going to track a single one of these culprits all the way through the system. See, every single bug has what's called a life cycle. It's the journey it takes from the second it's found until the case is officially stamped closed. And this right here, this maps out that journey perfectly. It all starts with identification. Someone spots the bug, bam. Then it gets logged, which basically creates a formal case file. Next up is triage. This is where the team figures out, okay, how bad is this thing? Then it's assigned to a developer who becomes our detective on the case. They work their magic and come up with a fix. But we're not done. That fix has to be retested to make sure it actually worked. And, just as important, that it didn't break something else. Only then, finally, is the case closed. Of course, right? No modern detective goes into an investigation empty-handed. They've got their toolkit. And bug hunters? They're no different. They rely on some seriously powerful software to manage these super complex investigations. And this is the bug hunter's arsenal. You're looking at the command center. And let me tell you, tools like Jira or Bugzilla are so much more than just fancy to-do lists. They're these sophisticated tracking systems where teams can log evidence, work together on fixes, and manage every single stage of a bug's life from the very beginning to the very end. Jira is probably the biggest name on that list. It's a powerhouse, incredibly powerful and super flexible. That's why it's such a huge hit with what we call agile teams. The kind of fast-moving teams that have to adapt on the fly and track absolutely everything from the tiniest little glitch all the way up to major project milestones. And then you've got something like Bugzilla. It's open source, which is cool, and it's really valued for being incredibly robust. It can track not just the bug itself, but every single code change made to fix it. So it creates this perfect, detailed record of the entire investigation. Okay, so we've got the process down, we've got the tools, but how do the bug hunters actually find these sneaky culprits in the first place? Well, it really boils down to 2 main techniques. First up is manual testing. You can think of this as classic boots-on-the-ground detective work. A real human tester is sitting there, clicking through the app, exploring every little corner, and just using their intuition and experience to see what breaks. It's absolutely perfect for things like judging the user experience or catching weird visual glitches that a computer might miss. And the second method? That's automation testing. And for this one, I want you to picture a high-tech surveillance system. Here, testers write scripts, little programs, that automatically run thousands and thousands of tests. They check for performance problems and something called regressions, which is just a fancy word for when a new update accidentally breaks an old feature that used to work just fine. And yeah, it can do this stuff way, way faster than any human ever could. It's not even a contest. So here's the real takeaway. You absolutely need both. They're not competing, they're partners. Manual testing is just unbeatable for things like usability and getting a feel for new features. But when it comes to those mind-numbing, repetitive tasks, like checking thousands of times that an update didn't break something old, yeah, automation is the clear winner there. They're really just two sides of the same coin. So you can see how this whole meticulous process is just fundamental to the software we rely on every single day. But what happens when the trail goes cold? Because yeah, even the best investigations can fail. And a case can go cold for some surprisingly simple reasons. Maybe the bug report was just too vague. It didn't have the details the developer needed to even find the problem. Or a team gets lazy and skips retesting a fix, which means the same darn bug can just pop right back up later. And of course, there's the classic, poor communication. That leads to crossed wires, wasted time, and really critical bugs just getting left behind, unresolved. And this is exactly why getting this whole process right is so, so critical. A really solid defect management process isn't just about reacting to problems, it's about preventing them. Get this, it's estimated that a good process can stop over 90% of issues from ever even reaching you, the user. 90%. It's pretty much the ultimate defense for building high-quality software. So in the end, the bug hunt is a never-ending watch, right? It's this super structured, constant effort that makes our digital world just a little bit more reliable, one fix at a time. So the next time you see that little update available notification for your favorite app, you'll know there's this whole team of tireless detectives working behind the scenes. And it kind of makes you think, doesn't it? What's the one bug you wish a company would finally track down and fix for good?